Hi, I'm Akshat Trivedi and today we have Mayank Khanduja in UEFN Hackathon. Mayank Khanduja is a partner and a gaming leader at Elevation. So today we will ask him some questions regarding the gaming projects, gaming innovation and UEFN Hackathon. So hi Mayank.
Hi.
So my first question Mayank is as you investor in gaming and hackathon, gaming projects. So what is the approach when you invest in a project in a gaming hackathon? What is the first approach? Like what do you see when you an investor in a project?
See, whenever we look at a gaming investment, we are looking for teams that have found some innovative new categories for building their games in. Typically in gaming, categories become red ocean very, very quickly. Many players will come in after a category. So we're looking for teams who identify these opportunities before they become big. They are more forward looking. They're able to identify this category is going to become big maybe 6 months later and I'll start building today. I think the second big thing that we look for is, see, in gaming, distribution trumps everything. Right. If you're able to distribute your game, it may be an 8 on 10 game, but you will do better than a 10 on 10 game. So when we look for a team, we are asking them, have you found some interesting GTM channel? Is your game able to grow in a more organic way, in a more viral way, which is not just like Facebook, Google, or ad network advertising? So these are the two big dimensions we are looking at. I think across gaming studios, one new thing that we are seeing, good teams are using generative AI to create content, to build AI native games and actually use that to distribute their games even faster. So we are looking for teams that are building on top of the generative AI technology that's coming out there.
Okay. So for our audience, can you explain what is GTM channel so that they can understand something?
Sure. So by GTM, it's go to market. So how do you distribute your game? How do you acquire new users every day that come into the game? That has become very, very important now with all the targeting restrictions that are being brought about by Apple and Google will also come very soon with those. It's not easy to target existing users or users that are like your current users. So the cost of acquiring a user is going up. Thus, the need to acquire users in a smarter manner.
Okay, that's a good reply. What is my second question is that as an investor, what excites you about UEFN hackathon? Like when you invest, what is the excitement that you create? Like what is it one thing that keeps you investing in the games?
Sure. I think UEFN and why we chose to do this hackathon, there were a couple of big trends that we were spotting. One, if you look at just the App Store or Play Store, they are becoming very, very cluttered, very competitive, very difficult for people to get noticed.
Right.
Second, if you look at all the younger gaming generation, they are actually gravitating towards new platforms, whether it is Fortnite or Roblox, and we are hearing GTA is also coming out with a platform on which you can build games. If you look at all the 10 to 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, they play these games more than on their mobiles, just the App Store games. On seeing these two trends, we felt that we need to encourage more developers in India to come and build on UEFN. And also, if you look at these platforms, they are providing a lot of support to developers. So if you're building on UEFN, the Epic team will actually help you understand their platform much better so that you can build faster and gain users faster. So it's a very, very interesting opportunity for young developers to actually get new users on top of the existing distribution that Fortnite or Roblox is already sitting on.
My third thing is that when you invest in a project, so what do you see first? The investor who, the programmer who built the project, who invented the project, or the project just like the product? What is the product? What do you see first?
No, it's very, very tough to disassociate the two of them. You have to look at the quality of the game build and also the team behind it. I think the two of them is the ideal combination that one would want to invest in. That being said, we have invested also in companies where there is not a game that they have built. It's a paper plan.
But you invested in people, like they have a great idea, a creative mind.
Exactly. So these are people who've been very deep into gaming. They've been building games for many years. And they have actually come and told us about an interesting opportunity that they've spotted and how do they think about going after that opportunity. So I think that's also something that we would do. Completely paper plan, you have a great idea, we'll invest in you. It may happen that that idea may not work out, but that's fine. If it's a great team, they'll find another idea and go after it. So we are open to doing both, but to your question, it's very tough to disassociate between the two of them.
Okay, like my question is that what is the advice to the budding gaming creators, so budding inventors regarding gaming or building the engine, search engines like gaming engines? What is the advice to them?
I think when you are a new young game developer, I think it's very, very important to identify what kind of game mechanics are you going to go after, and you have to identify that by looking at what is already very big. So if you say I know match 3 is big, but that also means everybody is seeing match 3 is big.
Exactly.
But if you are doing match 3, are you creating an interesting meta around it? Are you doing something different? You have to find what is your alpha. Why will your game be played?
Do something nobody's doing, like
Correct. So find that opportunity. It may not seem big today, but if it's interesting, it will become big over time. I think second thing that I would say, which I said earlier also, be completely immersed in what is happening in generative AI. I'll give you a few examples where it could help. See, it's very easy for a lot of games to acquire users, but the users do not retain. Why? Because you run out of content. You have cleared 50 levels. And for creating every new level, you need to have a big team to create all the creatives and everything, right? But generative AI can help you create content for 500 levels in 2 days. Are you using that or not? Second thing is that for just creating marketing creatives, it takes a lot of time for the marketing team to come out with the right ad copy that will attract users. But Gen AI can actually help you create 500 ad copies literally
it can
overnight.
position better product
Correct. And then you learn, like, okay, this copy is working, this copy is not working, and I will go after this. So a good team should actually be using generative AI to build their games and distribute them faster, and that will create a big differentiation for these teams.
Okay, my final question is like that. As we can see that the gaming creators are mostly from the tier 1 cities like Mumbai, Delhi. Do you see any growth in the tier 2, tier 3 cities like Indore, or it is like a Pune or Patna in this area? Do you see any growth?
Absolutely. I don't think the gaming creators or game developers only come from top tier cities. Gaming is a very, very pan-India phenomena now. And if you are a gamer, you will be a game developer if you have the interest, and they could be found in any city. We are actually meeting teams now which are coming out of places like Gorakhpur and all of these.
Oh, nice.
Because they're just interested gamers. The
Talent is everywhere.
And the access to games is there. They can play the best in the world, and they want to build the best in the world. I don't think location is a hindrance when it comes to game development in India now.
Okay, Mayank, nice to meet you. Nice
Very
to talk to you.
Thank you so much.